What's up, YouTube? Happy New Year. Man, I thought I'd need to do another little update of what I'm up to, and it's the new year. Had a break, moved in a new place, just a temporary place, but a place all the same. So wasn't a huge amount of hobby going on over the Christmas break, although me and my wife did start painting some of the Blood Bowl teams, which are cool. And I've been playing a bit of that, but yeah, back 2017, thought I would do a little vid while I'm painting some stuff up. I'm doing a load of Raven Guard at the moment it's basically the end of a 3-year campaign that me and a bunch of my mates are in, I've been doing, and it's my friends I may have talked about before, my Swedish brothers. Me and Mike, we go over there once a year to visit them in a place called Skellefteå, and I think that's an okay pronunciation. They'll let me know if it isn't. And they come here once a year as well, and we play like 4 days of just awesome games. And it's a campaign that we've been running for around about, I want to say, 2 or 3 years. And it all started with a kind of retelling of the heresy. So we did Istvan. And what we do is we have campaigns that we run in our own countries amongst ourselves, leading into the big campaign. They've got a slightly bigger group of players than we have. So they get quite a lot in, and they've got a cool gaming bunker and stuff like that. But, you know, hopefully New Year, with the next campaign, this one we're wrapping up the sort of after Istvan campaign. And the next one that we start is going to be Prospero. So we've always wanted to do Prospero, and we've just been waiting for the book. So hopefully, if that actually is released this year, then we're going to start a long-running Prospero campaign, and we're going to build boards for it and stuff like that. So I'll be looking out for people over here to join on our side if they're interested, anyone that might be interested in playing part of that campaign. And then there'll be return trips to and from Sweden if anyone's down with that. It's going to be fun. So anyway, that's what I'm going. I've for the past couple of years I started out with Iron Hands, so I was Ferrus Manus, but he died against Fulgrim in our big Istvan sort of apocalypse game. It was very cinematic. Ronnie, my buddy, was playing Fulgrim, and he was having a horrible time, and I'd got him down to 1 wound, and he'd barely injured me. And then he kind of had a few rolls where I'd lost a few wounds. And purely on initiative, he got to go first, and I rolled like 3 1s or something for my armor save. So it was quite a cinematic beheading of Ferrus. So after that campaign, I started to add more Mechanicum to the Force and sort of run the Iron Hands as a bit of a Shattered Legion. So thematically, it was as though as the campaign went on, the Iron Hands were kind of becoming a Shattered Legion basically, and sort of dissipating, and I started to sort of focus more on Mechanicum, and it all kind of flowed with the story that we'd built, which is quite nice. And then at the last one, my Mechanicum took heavy losses as well, and we thought, you know, it'd be quite cool to, as a wrap up in the way that Kay has sort of taken the campaign. We thought it'd be nice if there was a little Raven Guard force turned up, little strike force. So I've got a Mechanicum force. It's all going to be really troops heavy, this one, because we're going to be playing lots of boarding actions and kind of battles in hangars. So no vehicles apart from dreadnoughts basically and walkers. Should make it really interesting. So I have been painting up these. I've got a 10-man tack squad. I've got some Dark Furies. I've got some more Dathan. I painted up a Storm Eagle that I had lying around, and then Key told me you can't use it, so cheers, buddy. And then I bought a drop pod, but that isn't going to work either. So about 1,000 points of Raven Guard, and then like a completely troops heavy Mechanicum. So anyway, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've also been working on my Wordbearers, getting that ready. I'm playing in a few tournaments this year. I am playing in a Horus Heresy one in March up at Warhammer World, so if you're going to that, let me know. It'd be cool to say hey. And that's going to be my Wordbearers Force that I've been working on for playing in tournaments. I have also, me and Mike are going to the London GT 30k one, which Greg, it is what it is, Dan is running. Looking forward to that. So yeah, that's going to be, I think, a 1500 and a 3000 point list, and I've got a night before I run that I want to run in the 3000 point list, so hopefully there's no rules that don't allow me to do it, but I think with the, is it the behemoth rule or the sort of big vehicle rule thingy, I should be able to take that. So I'm going to double check for it, spend hours painting it, although I will still paint it, and it will be my first traitor night, so I'm going to do House Maccabeus colour scheme for it, and I also have I have the kind of chaos tainted knight that Forge World did, and I'm going to do that in Maccabeus colours, but as though it's been kind of possessed and on its way through, so that should look quite cool and quite thematic with my Wordbearers. So that's the plan for those. I've also applied for the Horus Heresy, the No Retreat, the SM Battle Reports guys. I've applied for that, and you know, I have my fingers crossed that I get in. It looks like an amazing place. I've watched a lot of kind of Tabletop Tactics reviews and some of the other channels out there that have been, and it looks like a hell of a fun event. I don't think I'm as competitive player as the 40k guys, and lists wise I don't know that mine is gonna be that competitive, so I guess we'll see. It'd be fun to get in, and then it'll be interesting to see how the kind of lists, Horus Heresy lists play out, because like when I've looked at that SN stuff before, you know, they say it's a competitive event and people take, you know, dick smashing lists, and in Horus Heresy I'm yet to play in anything where people have taken that kind of list approach, so I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. Like I say, fingers crossed I get in. If I do, I'll be taking my Wordbearers, which is a themed around Zardu Leak. So it's all about summoning demons, and the theme, you know, maybe I'll do a video, maybe I'll kind of save the theme and I'll do a little Wordbearers, here's my theme, if I've not already done it and I've just forgotten about it. But I've got a cool little theme about them kind of being sent out to basically infest worlds with demons and convert the population into cults. So it's going to be that. I don't have a ton of demons, so it's not like I'm going to be I'm not going to be, you know, summoning shit tons, and I'm not going to be doing kind of like Ronnie does, where he does pink horrors and keeps adding warp charges and just brings more and more in, which is cool, but I'm not up enough on demon kind of tactics to be able to do something like that and run it effectively. So it's more about, you know, some bloodletters, maybe some berserk, maybe some of the juggernaut things, and you know, if I can roll for possession, it'd be quite cool to turn Zardu into a demon prince at the end and see what happens. So it's definitely some fun stuff, but yeah, we'll see how it all pans out. Got to get in first. So anyway, lots of tournaments, trying to do a lot of tournaments this year. I'm keeping my eyes out for any more, so if you guys are doing a tournament, or you know of any, or you've played in any that you recommend, I would love to hear it. Also coming up, I've been chatting to the Emperor's Path, Sam over there. He's a rad dude, and I think we're going to try and do a couple of like kind of joint videos, or you know, talk to each other a little bit about our kind of hobby experiences. So got some stuff planned there. I'm really interested in how people go about building their army lists, and you know, there's lots of different types of player out there that build for different reasons. So if you're interested in talking about it and you want to kind of come on my channel to chat, I'd love to hear your opinions. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the only rule is don't break the rules. Outside of that, do what you want. So I'm intrigued to sort of hear how people do it. I know over the years I've done totally different ways. You know, when my first army was 40k Space Wolf army, and I was learning about the hobby and the rules at that point. And you know, I kind of just bought models that I liked the look of. I didn't really have a clue about the game, and it wasn't probably until a good year or so after playing that I started to go, oh, actually, you know, this unit is better than this unit, and you know, this tank is quite good for this job. And I started to think about tactics a little bit more. I'd say I still build lists more about what looks pretty, less than what plays amazing. Having said that, the guys in Sweden, they tend to nickname me Mr. Tactics, so I don't know what that means, but I definitely have tactics. Yeah, so if you're interested, drop me a note below. Let me know if you want to kind of jump on and we can get in a hangout or something, and we can record it and talk about how you approach your list building. What other projects have we got for the year? I want to wrap this Raven Guard up. I've got a Leviathan down there to go. I've got a Corax model that I bought from Forge World and was missing some parts. But unfortunately, I bought it that long ago. I don't have the receipt, and they won't give me the parts. So I'm going to be making a after Istvan Corax, where he's a bit beat up and his wings are broken off and stuff like that. So that's a bummer. So I'm going to do that. That's the Raven Guard. Should be wrapped up there, and I'll probably repaint my Iron Hands drop pod so they've got a drop pod just for fun. I've been rebasing my Mechanicum, get the Wordbearers done, finish my Blood Bowl team, my Orc Blood Bowl team, this Seattle Sea Orcs. So that's them, because we're starting to play a bit of a league back up at the old house, back up the old place with the lads up there from various old workplaces and stuff. So that should be fun. And then the next thing will be, as soon as the book's out, and I know I'm not the only one that's desperado for it to come out, is start to do my Prospero Force. I've got some of the custodes. I picked up a couple of boxes of Prospero box set, just so I've got something good for the troops as a base. And I haven't touched it yet, but I've got the custodes, and I definitely want to run a bit of a custodes contingent with my wolves, because I loved that in the books, in the Thousand Suns and the Prospero books. I thought it was great. So I want to run one of those, a little unit. I've bought the tank, grav tank that goes with them. And what started out on my planning as I'll just have a few and it won't be a complete army, it will just be something thematic. And then they dropped that dreadnought, and then they dropped the other thing, and now you're just like, oh man, they're going to do Terminators, and hopefully Forge will do the Terminators. And that's going to be cool. So yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm going to start that, and I really want the theme, the paint scheme, to be quite dark and gritty, which definitely I'd say is my sort of overall style anyway, is trying to make things look dark and beaten up. So we'll see how they go. But so there you go, guys. Hope everything's good. Still got a battle report in the camera that Mike and I did last year, but it's 2 hours long, and I need to work out how the hell I can change my YouTube settings to put that up. That was kind of fun. That was Space Wolves versus his Chaos. So anyway, hopefully see a bit more of you this year. See a bit more of me, rather. If you're at events, let me know. Be cool to say hello, grab a beer, whatever. And yeah, I'll be back soon. I'll be back with a Wordbearers roundup, so I'll tell you about that. All right, take it easy. Peace.